One more time.
Check, check.
Welcome to High School Football, presented by Sholo Ford on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. High School Football is also brought to you in part by Ace Hardware and Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo, the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store, Northland Pioneer College, Deemer's Glass, Summit Regional Medical Center, Comfort Fit Dentures, Hudson's Furniture, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Allegra Sholo.
Very good evening, and thank you for joining us here at MOGOLLON High School. As we are, hey, we got Mike Caldwell.
Sorry. Good.
We're the gang's all here. You snuck up on me. We're gonna go. We're gonna take a quick break and be back with the kick right after this. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Listen to that. That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way. Hudson's Furniture makes a choice. They would rather lose a sale today than sell a piece that breaks tomorrow. With zero interest credit building payment programs, a credit score never stands in the way of owning the very best. Experience long-lasting, high-quality furniture that lasts for generations at Hudson's Furniture, across from Sholo Ford.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Now the band's back together and with headsets.
All right.
Derek Palmer, Kay Solomon, Mike Caldwell helping us out with the spotting. And we got a big one here. This is a matchup against two teams that coincidentally each had their season end in the playoffs against Hayden last year. Mojave Accelerated is kicking off. It's wearing red hats, white tops, blue pants. MOGOLLON's wearing black. The Mustangs advanced a little bit further than did Mojave Accelerated, but Mojave Accelerated has a lot more coming back, as we'll start addressing that when it has the football. The big thing for the Mustangs is they do have a hot quarterback coming back, but they are missing an awful lot of productivity with the receiving core and in the backfield.
Yeah, I think he's the only returning starter on offense. Jet Reedhead, I believe, that was their starter last year. So a lot of new faces, a lot of new things we'll see this year.
He's got a pooched / onside kick starts things off. That is the Northland Pioneer College kickoff, by the way. When it's time to kick off your college education, do it at your hometown college with the lowest tuition in the state. Now offering bachelor's degree programs in education and business. So we got to wish a speedy recovery to our other broadcast partner, Mike Brogan, who is under the weather and is our resident expert in 8-man football. So he chose a whale of a week to get sick.
He's actually coached 8-man football. I'm assured that the rules are pretty much the same. You just got 3 less guys on each side. And the field's a little smaller, a little narrower.
All right, here comes the first play. It's a handoff that's coming to the near side, but a great job getting the stop there with Pimento.
Little nerves you see right off the bat there. The Muggy on center, I don't have his name yet, but that snap came in a little bit high, and Reedhead had to jump to corral that, and kind of messed up the exchange there.
That was Becerra on the carry. He's got a 1-yard gain. Now shotgun with split backs, turn and pitch. Becerra's going to try this one. Is again stopped, this time in the backfield, and it looks like he's going to go down for a 4-yard loss. Zanity there at the stop.
Yeah, Zanity coming off the edge hard there and just meeting that one right in the backfield. Somebody needs to get a hat on him to make that play work.
So the Patriots here with a couple of stops for little or no gain. 1 minute in here, no score, and a 3rd and long for the Mustangs. Empty backfield for Reedhead as he's got 3 receivers, 2 of them coming to the near side. Looked like he thought about tucking that one. Instead, he's going to throw it over the top, but well overthrown and incomplete. And Mojave accelerated here with a 3-and-out.
Big stop, and obviously early in the season, first for series in a real game here, and so Mogillon's going to have some things to work out there. But as he set his foot to throw that, it slipped out from behind him, and so I think that definitely affected. He had to kind of double pump his throw, and so probably not a bad deal to just put that one deep where nobody could intercept it.
Back to receive the kick, Kaysen Coliano a step. As this one might have been blocked, as it looked like it took a change of trajectory and wound up going sky high, and a short kick will fall down at the 49-yard line on the plus side for Mojave Accelerated. The Patriots with great field position.
Yeah, I couldn't tell on the replay if that was blocked or not, but it's either way, the Patriots get to start in their own territory with their first offensive possession here.
Rylan Cronbull is the quarterback here for Mojave Accelerated. Last year threw for 135 yards a game. He completed 58% of his passes. He's also a threat to run at about 51 yards per game. He's in the pistol formation. Can't see who's behind him, but now a man goes into motion in the backfield. That's Zanetti. As instead the handoff, still upright.
Yeah, good hard run there. Good push by that offensive front 3 that blocked that well and everybody else.
Abundis is there with the carry as he winds up gaining 11 in a Hudson's Furniture first down where quality is affordable.
Yeah. The Mustangs working to find their footing a little bit here in this first series, but I'd expect them to make some quick adjustments here. We'll see what they can do here.
1st and 10 from the Mogillon 38. Get in the pistol formation. This time, Coliano a step wide left as Cronbull now sends another man in motion. He's going to go Abundis. He's going to cut it up to the right side. Looks like he's gone. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Mojave Accelerated. The Patriots strike first on a Comfort Fit Dentures touchdown from 39 yards out.
Yeah, a little trap play right kind of off to the right side there, and a huge hole opened up there. Well blocked by the Patriot offensive front and the offense.
So you see a couple of returners here making a huge impact for Mojave Accelerated, including Abundis, who was there with 50 yards or 49. on the 2 carries to get into the end zone. And right now, here in the very early going, it seems like that's the biggest difference. You got some season coming back.
Definitely got some returners and looking a lot sharper on the Mojave accelerated side of the ball right now.
Patriots are going for 2. He's got Abundis in the backfield, and they give it to him on a delay. He runs into some traffic, though, as he approached the goal line and is not going to have it. So 6-0 start. Pimento there with the stop with 9:54 to go in the first. 6-0. Mojave accelerated with the edge. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learning new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Listen to that.
Side and recovered by J.B. Vargas. So it's even better field position than on its first drive for Mojave accelerated. So that was one thing that Brogan did tell me when he was coaching. It's hard to cover the field, so just onside kick it every time. And that seems to be the Patriots' mantra.
Yeah, well, these are usually a little wider open, take a little bit more risk type of games because you don't have as many bodies on the field the ball or chase guys down.
Cronbull in the shotgun, turns and gives to Abundis, who this time bounces off of tacklers going to the right side and angles to the left hash. Winds up gaining 9 before Peterson brings him down, but another big gain.
Yeah, right now Mojave accelerated at front line is just getting off the ball and knocking the Mustangs back a little bit.
So second down and 1. And had a couple of players come in and out, and there is a new running back here for the Patriots. That is Van Jarman, who's lining up in the pistol behind Cronbull. Man goes in motion as they go with Jarman. No, he pulls it back. Now he's going to keep that one. Bounce it to the right side. Has the first down. Now bounce it out further. He's got the sideline. A flag comes out as he's run out of bounds, but this is probably going to be an illegal block.
Yeah, interesting that quarterback pulled that late on that option play, and it almost looked like he cocked the ball up to throw it. I don't know if he had a receiver or he just he was trying to free some guys a little bit, but it worked. He found an opening. Unfortunately, the penalty is going to move him back from the spot of that foul downfield. Yeah, I think he signaled holding.
So that'll move him. Is that a spot foul or is that from?
Yeah, I think that's a spot foul. So they did get some yardage, but it does move them back, so they don't quite have that first down, and they'll replay second down here.
It's a bit of an oddity that it wound up exactly where it was before. It's almost like that never happened.
Would have been a 15-yard gain. Huh?
Second down and 1 still. Abundis is back out there as the running back. He gets the call, goes to the right side, and has enough of a surge to get 4 yards and a first down. Peterson there with the stop.
If you're a Patriot fan, you're happy to see that they converted, obviously, got that first down, but you see the Mustangs already, the players are making some reads and handling things a little bit better in the middle there already.
Continuing to really go after the right side of that line, trying to get a name here to see who's lining up there. That Mojave Accelerate has some big dudes. That includes their quarterback.
They do. Yeah, those 3 offensive linemen, they're solid.
Looks like they're running behind Drake Knight, who might be a tight end. He is a pass-catching threat. This is pistol formation again. Now a man coming in motion right to left, but flag stop play was a delay of game.
Looks like we got a delay game
Comes with 8 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Mojave Accelerated, scored on 2 plays after getting a 3 and out, and then was able to recover an onside kick. But now going in the wrong direction. Set this one up at the 36. Jarman's back out there as the running back. Got receivers on either side. They continue to go to the right side of that line of scrimmage that includes Knight as they're going to run that way. Now loses footing, and Cronpole is going to be brought down by a ghost.
Well, I think he could see nothing was developing in front of him, and then one of those heap linebackers had a good shot at him coming through hard. So he probably made a wise choice to get down on the deck there.
Cole Dar gets the stop, sets this up. Now 2nd down in what looks to be 21. Now, 8-man football, it seems as if this would not be quite as disadvantageous.
I think you probably got a few plays in the bag for more for 2nd and 21 than.
Oh, got to pitch this one late when he was going down, and now streaking down the near sideline is Abendis, who's going to get into the end zone, but got to go back to the pitch when it looked like Cronbull was going down. He was able to unload that one at the very last possible moment, and it winds up going for a 39-yard score.
Well executed option, and unfortunately the replay, we didn't quite see the pitch, but very well executed, and the pitch was on the money and nobody out there covering the pitch man.
111 yards for Abundis on 5 carries. It includes 2 39-yard touchdowns. As he is in the backfield again with look at going for 2 after not getting 2 on the first opportunity. It might have been a busted play there. Cronbull is going to get brought down by a couple of different Mustangs, so it'll be 12-0, but right now Mogollon is looking for an answer. Pimento there getting the stop with a couple of friends, but his team trails 12-0 with 7:11 to go in the first quarter. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk106.7.com.
That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way. Hudson's Furniture makes a choice. They would rather lose a sale today than sell a piece that breaks tomorrow. With zero interest credit building payment programs, a credit score never stands in the way of owning the very best. Experience long-lasting, high-quality furniture that lasts for generations at Hudson's Furniture, across from Sholo Ford.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside.
Out on that edge.
Gain of 3. Middle-aged eyes all needing the light is here. Oh, a high snap brought down and handed off late. Becerra's going to try to come to the near side. He sidesteps to get back inside into a Mojave accelerated territory. Winds up gaining 10 and a big Hudson Furniture first down.
Yeah, a good run. Despite the high snap, they managed to make that exchange work, and then a good run, picking his way, and guys out there blocking, working hard, getting some good push on the defense that play.
So badly needed Hudson's Furniture first down as Reedhead again looks to have Becerra in the backfield. Pimentel's coming in motion again, gives it to him again on the sweep, and looks like he's got one blocker there. Nice job fighting through that and getting off there. I think that was Coliano a step.
Yeah, good job blocking out in front there. That's and good job trying to read that. He made a good break off from it. Unfortunately, the defense was catching up to him right at that time. But the Mustangs are going a little up tempo here too. They're probably trying to wear some of these guys out.
Got a gain of 6 or 7. Got 2 men in the backfield with Reedhead. Fake the handoff. One of them might have left a little bit too early as that one's dropped over the top and incomplete. But I think that Pimentel might have been moving a little too soon.
That's what it looked like to me too. I thought I saw a little bit of early movement, but right at the time official has to make a kind of a last-second decision on whether or not to actually stop the play, or if the ball's ready to be snapped, then player safety kind of comes into play there a little bit. And so he let the play out, but that one was coming back from the get-go.
Move it back 5 yards, make it 2nd and 9. Is MOGOLLON continuing to opt not to huddle? And you got the same crowded backfield with Becerra and Pimentel again, and now a flag stops play.
Like they get 5 yards are coming back to
There
him.
you go.
Somebody lined up offsides on the defense.
It's first week. How frustrating is that for a coach? Do you know that it's going to happen and you just got to
deal?
deal?
There seems like there's guys that always want to crowd that ball as much as they can. And,
So it's not a first week thing.
It's not always a first week thing. You finally have to tell them, look, you're going to come off the field if you jump again. So that usually gets their attention.
Got a pistol formation going off to the left. Is a little bit of a blown up play, but Reedhead's able to pull it back and now try to make something happen. Runs to the left side. He's got the burst. He's at the far sideline and then brought down at the 15. Coliano stepped there with the stop, and touchdown saving stop at that. But you look at the replay and blowing that one up.
Yeah, some miscommunication in the backfield, but Reedhead manages to go ahead and pull that. And he's, I got to watch their semifinal game from last year, and he's, as a sophomore, very elusive, tough to catch.
Pimentel's now running to the right side. He's trying to get the edge, but won't be able to do so. Instead, gets stopped by Aiden Ball. But not before. Oh, hold on a minute. Did he gain a Hudson's Furniture first down? I don't know if he did, but a timeout's being taken by MOHAVE Accelerated with a 12-0 lead, though the Mustangs threatening. 5:21 to go in the first. It is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk106.7.com.
Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
80. So Tony was a senior when I was a freshman.
Oh.
I got varsity the next year.
First time out taken here in the first half is by MOHAVE Accelerated. It is not a first down. That's his 8-yard gain for Pimentel. Well, 7-yard gain.
7, yeah, about 3 yards to go for a first, but they can get a first without quite scoring here, it looks like, too.
Looks like they get inside the 4. It'll be a first down. This is a huge answer after we got Roger Tenney. Oh, that one, well, hold on there. We got a flag. Tenney was in at quarterback, but a false start. Oh, Becerra's the quarterback. Okay,
Yeah.
There we go. So Reedhead right now is just on the sideline. It doesn't look like they're tending to anyone.
Yeah, I think I was going to say they maybe went to a little bit of a heavy package, but we still got Pimentel back in the three-man backfield there.
All right, handoff goes Becerra. He's going to run to the right side before he's stopped in the open field. Another good stop there by Colano Step.
Yeah, our spotter's calling that right. That's a kind of a wildcat look from the Mustangs with Becerra kind of stepping into the quarterback role.
Quick handoff. This time he's going to go to Pimentel, who tries to run to the left side. Will have a first down, a Hudson's Furniture first down, but ball stops him before he's able to get to the goal line. It'll be first and goal from the 1.
Yeah, Mustangs putting together a good drive here. And again, I go back to this hurry up is definitely.
And this time they're going to run to the right side. Becerra's in for the Comfort Fit Dentures touchdown.
Nice job. This hurry up's definitely not giving me much time to color commentate, but it's working for the Mustangs. They're definitely finding some holes in that defense, not allowing them to set up and kind of get a pre-snap read and or catch their breath.
Comfort Fit Dentures touchdown. Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll be comfortable always, as now the ball's on the deck, and a 2-point conversion will not be successful, but the deficit is cut in half. MOGOLLON is able to pick up the onside kick, go about 60 yards, and make it 12-6 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk106.7.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Summit Health.
Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. You'll pay the lowest tuition in the state, and you can pursue bachelor's degrees in education and business. Say, by the way, I don't have my phone. We got some stuff we're giving away. Give us a like. Go to YouTube or Facebook. We're giving away Diamondback tickets, ASU tickets.
Can you hear me? Little onside kick attempt by the Mustangs. Goes out of bounds. We got a timeout, so got a chance to get it fixed. Yeah, nothing changed.
Check, check, check. Still nothing?
Check, check, check.
Check, check, check. Okay, I saw. All right, was it who? We're having some technical difficulty. I don't know who's. Okay. And then who called timeout? We got an onside kick attempted by MOGOLLON.
It didn't catch the timeout or who called it anyway, but the onside went out of bounds right about the 50, so Mohave's got a good opportunity here, good field position to start their next drive.
And they have thus far been difficult to stop. It's been the Abundi's story here. He's got 5 carries of 111 yards, 2 39-yard touchdown runs as he comes out in the pistol formation behind his quarterback in Cronbull, who's also demonstrated some niftiness, especially delivering that last option pitch as he turns and gives to Abundis. This time's met at the line of scrimmage and just a couple-yard gain, but that's some of that interior defense here that MOGOLLON has been lacking. And maybe starting to figure it out. Martineau there with the stop.
Yeah, I'm curious. I don't know if the Mustangs got a scrimmage in last week, but you're definitely seeing some improved linebacker play, better reads, and better seeing what's going on and getting to where they need to be to make the plays they need to make here.
4:13 to go in the first, 12-6. Mojave accelerated with the lead and the football, but now facing an and long situation for really just the first time. They had that 2nd and 20 that wound up going for a touchdown. Now Cronbold pump fakes to the right side, drops it off to the left, and there's Knight, straight arm to get to the 40, and then overruns a couple of other players to get over the 35 and has a Hudson's Furniture first down. Becerra there with the stop, but we were talking about how big Drake Knight is on the right side of that line, and there he is getting into the open field, and boy, howdy.
Yeah, those 4 across the front, the 3 interior linemen, and then that tight end, and all 4 of them have a good size advantage. But well-designed play and good execution by Cronbold to turn and throw that back after drawing the defense attention away from where he's running his route. And then a good stiff arm to finish the play and make the yards.
15-yard gain. Is that Knight would be a big dude coming up against the Lobos, playing 4A. Is here dropping this one off to the right side, but a little bit overthrown. I mean, just to give you an idea, because he's a big guy.
Yeah. There's good size across that front all the way, and these are good football players that just go to smaller schools, and so they have smaller numbers on the field, but they play good physical football.
He's listed at 6'3", 220, and I believe it.
Yeah, he looks like it.
Got Rylan Cronbull, who's also listed at 6'2", just 170, though. I'd say just. Might be a little bit taller, though, than Knight. Well, we'll see if we can gauge that one here shortly. As here's 2nd and 10. Turn and pitch to Abundis, who's going to go to the right side before he is able to run through a tackler. I was about to credit the Mustangs for keeping him at a very short game, but he's able to get the inertia going forward and winds up gaining 5.
Yeah, ends up with 5 yards. You see kind of an unbalanced look by the Mojave accelerated team there. The tight end number 10 is he's right next to the center, but he's an eligible receiver on this left side because he's not covered up. The same rules apply to 8-man football that do to 11 as far as the receiver is an eligibility.
Is that Abundis again in the backfield? Yes, it is. He's this time serving as a blocker, but it runs out there, is shedding the block, and now nearly spinning him down. He won't go down.
Yeah.
Edwards there with the sack, all the way back to the 40.
Well, if Ryland's not on the wrestling team, the wrestling coach is going to be recruiting him right now. He did a good job holding on and finally getting the takedown there.
Loss of 12 on the play. And makes it 4th and 16 or 17. This seems as if you'd probably have a change of plan, as it looked like they were in 4-down territory, but I also came to appreciate that I'm almost always wrong about this. Grew up watching Dick Tomey coach football.
I think it depends a lot on your punting game as well. So you have a punter that can pin them deep, maybe. I think with the 8-man game, they probably don't worry about that too much, though.
Going to throw this one down the far sideline. Nearly had. But will go incomplete.
Good tight coverage by Anthony Pimentel there down the sideline on that, and turned his head right at the right time. Wasn't able to actually get a hand on the ball, but he was right there stride for stride with the receiver.
That was a great route, great coverage, great pass.
Yeah, all the way around. 50-50 ball. Those are the ones that receiver is going to get that 50% of the time too.
So turnover on downs with 1 minute and 38 seconds to go in the first. After the Mustangs were able to get on the scoreboard, get a stop, fake the handoff, put this one out. That might be a lateral. And they're going to say it's incomplete. Pimentel was there as the intended receiver.
Luckily, it was not quite backwards or sideways, and so they're going to get another shot at that.
Aiden Bell was there on the spot for the Patriots, but will fall incomplete. Reedhead now 0 for 2. 2nd down and 10. Just 92 seconds to go in the first quarter as they're hurrying again. This one, fake the handoff. Reedhead runs to the near side, fakes the pitch, and now spins around where he's brought down by 3 different Mojave accelerated players. Goliano a step there with the stop.
Good execution on the option there. Reedhead rides that handoff and makes his read and then pulls out at the last second. And then his next read is to see who's coming after him, but he kept that and made a good gain.
There's Pimentel and Becerra in the backfield as they'll turn and give Becerra. He runs to the near side, gets over the 50, overruns again one of the men to get to the 45, but a flag is out following the play.
Good hard run there. Way to finish downhill, but unfortunately it looks like we got a hold. It's going to bring that one back.
You got it's Owen Crum who's made some plays, but that time got caught with a handful of jersey and his arms extended. So moving back to the Mogollon 40.
Call those drive killers. You get that first down, and all of a sudden it's not the first, it's third and long now.
Whoop, Pimentel came in motion and was told to go right back. Two receivers on. Now he's coming to the near side as the high snap brought down, and Becerra's there, but so were two tacklers. You got Drake Knight in addition to Logan Lewis.
Trying to use that fly sweep motion to distract the linebackers and get them to take a wrong step, but it didn't work. They didn't block the first level, so it didn't work. Didn't matter where the linebackers went on that one.
Just a 1 yard loss, so 4th and 11. Just Mojave accelerated, go for it, but that was in Mogollon territory after the first punt, I think, was blocked. They're coming out showing that they want to run some offense, but Reedhead, well, they're going to get some time to think about it. As the clock shows zeros, it'll be 4th and 11 to start the second quarter. And this is Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
You'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've been recognized by national organizations for our high level of care and commitment to excellence. We've invested in equipment and technology to provide state-of-the-art healthcare to the communities that we serve. And we keep adding more providers and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Win $2,500 cash for back-to-school relief. Every insured windshield replacement in August enters your name in the hat to win $2,500 in our back-to-school relief giveaway. Use it for school expenses or to catch up on summer vacation costs. Plus, get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
Was snapped to Becerra, who was up, then make it to the punter, and he winds up running for a 37-yard gain and a Hudson Furniture first down. Hudson Furniture, where quality is affordable.
Yeah, fourth down, but a well-executed fake punt there, direct snap, and they blocked that well and made a good run.
So get some points after we're not able to stop. Mojave accelerated, now threatening. After they had a 2nd and short that was negated, I beg your pardon, a potential 3rd and short that was negated by a procedure flag. No, it was a hold, I beg your pardon. I'm getting there. First week for me, too. As this one's faked, Reedhead's going to keep this one to the right side, spins away from a tackler to get down to the 35. The 25.
Impressed with Reedhead. I was watching their semifinal game last year, but you can see he's a year older, year stronger, a year quicker, and defensive player got his hands on him there, but wasn't able to corral him.
2nd down and 4. Mentel is off the line to the left. Becerra in the backfield. Now have this one running to the near side. It's again Reedhead as he steps away from a tackler to get to the sideline and into the end zone. A Comfort Fit Dentures touchdown.
Well, maybe he hears me singing his praises and says, watch this, because he's a good football player. I'm impressed with him.
Look at that. Great replay there as you saw Reedhead with the juke. Oh, that is quite A nifty move in the open field.
Great move. As an 11-man football coach, I can say that open field tackling skills are paramount for 8-man football.
Dude. Going for 2 as the high snap is now being pursued by Becerra and cannot get it as Knight was there making him think, but it ties up the score at 12 after the 25-yard touchdown run from Reedhead. 10:47 to go in the half. 12-12. It is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk106.7.com.
If you're a business owner fighting for new customers in today's competitive marketplace, you may want to consider this. One of the most cost-effective branding tools is your employees. When your team wears your logo, they become walking billboards for your business, building awareness, credibility, and trust everywhere they go. Allegra Sholo doesn't just put your logo on apparel. They help create branded gear your employees are proud to wear and your customers remember. Better brand, better results. Call Allegra Sholo today.
Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. You'll pay the lowest tuition in the state. You can pursue 4-year degrees in education and business. As it had a 12-point start by MOHAVE Accelerated. Quick 12-point answer here from MOGOLLON. I know this is something that we talk about an awful lot, but is the elevation a bit of a factor?
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why you see MOGOLLON going with the hurry up. I think you bring a team in from near, probably 1,000 feet elevation up here to 5,000, 6,000. And so I'm sure that's part of their goal is to that hurry up offense, not allow that defense to get any rest between plays.
That one is onside to the right, and a nice job there knocking it down and falling on that one, Cage Barea. Well, that's one thing. This is the first time that many of us have covered this or watched this, but man, that onside kick, the execution on both sides here is probably as paramount as those open field tackles. That was a tough play there by Barea.
Yeah, you gotta. They're gonna put you on the spot there. You only got 4 across the front. Of course, the field's a little bit narrower too, probably by about 20 yards. But you got 4 across the front, and it makes it a little harder to cover things.
Pistol formation coming out with Kronbull as the quarterback. It looks as if it's Abundis, who's again his running back, who's had a hot hand, 118 yards here thus far in the first as they fake the handoff to him. Kronbull's going to keep this one, run to the near side, gets into MOGOLLON territory, then throws an option pitch back and was not had by Garcia, but he was able to knock it down and fall on it. There's some of that onside kick, good hands team.
Yeah, and a smart play to just cover that ball. He was going to be ruled out of bounds anyway. I think he was touching the ball with his leg out, but you don't have time to pick that up. And if you're trying to, somebody's going to come and knock it loose.
I think that's a 19-yard gain. Kronbull now in the plus side after a couple of sacks. It's getting a little bit greedy, and you can get a little appreciation for the big swing here on the offensive side for the Mustangs as now MOHAVE Accelerated trying to make plays, threading needles. As here's a straight give to Abundis, is just going to rumble right over the right side and take a couple of tacklers down to the 30, and looks like he's got enough for a Hudson's Furniture first down. Becerra there, as well as Peterson, is going to be just shy, so a 9-yard gain for Abundis.
Patriots are sticking with that option look, and every once in a while you got to give that dive and keep those linebackers and the front honest. And that time, good hard run by number 14 there. Great run by him.
Another one of those big Patriots, 5'11", 180. Yeah. So if you're going to go diving, he's got the thunder for it. It's tied up at 12, second down and 1 with 9:25 to go. It's just like 1 inch though. So they're going to turn and pitch this one to the far side. Abundis is going to cut back inside. Can't shake the tackler, but he does gain 5. And that time there's the Hudson's Furniture first down where quality is affordable.
Yeah. The well-executed kind of reverse pivot by the quarterback and pitch that going to the left side. And that reverse pivot's enough to freeze that defense a little bit.
9:09 to go in the half, tied up at 12, but now MOHAVE Accelerated, which scored 12 straight and then allowed 12 straight, is threatening as it approaches the red zone. This one is down at the 25. Got Abundis back in the pistol again. A receiver on either side, but motion infraction. Didn't see
I didn't quite pick it up either, but somebody must have flinched or picked a hand up maybe. Sometimes your interior linemen put a hand down and pick it back up off the ground. And not allowed to do that.
Taking a look here at the replay. It might have looked like there's some confusion with Garcia on the left side of the line now as he's going to get the option toss and can't make much happen there as he's caught after a 3-yard gain. Tenney was there. He's much, much bigger than Vince Garcia.
Yeah, good job by him coming up, making that stop. Good solid tackle there.
So he gains 3 of the yards lost back.
Glass. Yeah, that could be a good candidate for our glass-shattering hit of the game.
There we go. Just making sure. Things are always changing. All right, toss this one outside. Abundis is going to get into some space as he runs toward the far sideline. Gains about 8. Peterson there stops him shy of the first down marker, but it's 3rd and, well, let's call it 4.
Again, some misdirection there. You got a back motioning toward the right side of the formation, but then the reverse pivot and the pitch out to the left side makes it hard for the defense, especially with the reduced numbers on the field, to cover all of it.
3rd down and 3 or 4. You're looking at this surely as 4-down territory with 7:15 to go, but from your 11-man perspective, are you trying to run 2 plays to get those 2? Well, let's get us answer that one after this. There is a great job pinching the hole, but Abundis looks like he might have been able to fall forward. Zanetti was there with the stop, but he carried. I beg your pardon.
Well, I was spoiled with some really good kickers, so we'd be sending the field goal unit out right now to convert this one, but
the question I was going to ask
on
is
4th down.
If you get 2 chances to try to get 2 yards each time, or do you go ahead and
if the kicking game's not part of that option, then absolutely, you got 2 plays to get that.
They got to measure this one. We had talked about the Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game there that could have been delivered by Rudyard Tenney. If you need glass for your home or business, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass, call 1-888-GLASSMAN. Going to give them that shout out when they had to bring the chain out to do some measuring, and it was just shy, so it is 4th down in a little bit. It's again one of the 1-inch situations.
Interested to see here, the standard in 11-man would be to get under center and quarterback sneak for that 6 inches you need, but looks like he's staying in shotgun.
Got Abundis behind him. Garcia comes in motion, turn and give Abundis as he is again stopped after a relatively short game, but is able to run forward. That's Zanetti again. I beg your pardon, friends and family watching in Bullhead City.
Yeah, good push. Just line up and let's get off the ball low and knock the defense back and get the first down. So, well done.
So they wind up going with Zanetti when they needed about 4 yards, and he winds up gaining a total of 8. Abundis now is the running back as they can't get a first down inside the 3. Garcia in motion right to left. Turn and pitch it to the nearest side with Abundis, but he is met by 3 Mustangs. Might have put the ball on the deck, but it will continue to be Patriot football after that 1-yard gain.
Again, that reverse pivot, but they're having more success with that running, pivoting from the right to left. And
Tenney was there. He nearly took it away. We see on the replay.
Yeah, you're right. Wasn't as tight as it looked going into the contact.
Here's a look from behind as you can see him right there. He had one objective.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. He pulled it out there, but Abundis was able to get back on it. So now turn this one back over to the far side as Abundis is tracked down from behind. Becerra was there with the stop, and that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle. Makes it 3rd down and 5.
Mustang defense is holding tight here, trying to put a stop to this drive. They got them to 4th down on the last series, and now here we're 3rd and 5 to on this one.
Clock approaching 5 minutes. If they're able to get a stop, that's a pretty big deal because, again, first two series from Mojave Accelerated, Mustangs didn't have an answer.
No, they were definitely caught flat-footed. We didn't get much of a pregame in, but you definitely expect that from, so many seniors graduating last year. And
run this one to the right side, drop it off, and throw it into the end zone. That's caught for a touchdown. There's Coliano, a step, who we called his name so often on the defensive side, but he's able to get the 5-yard touchdown catch and get the Patriots back in front.
Well-executed play, and of course, we've seen such a run-heavy drive that play action's a good option to go to there. You can slip a receiver out on the fake handoff and get an open receiver in the end zone.
Comfort Fit Dentures touchdown makes it 18-12, and now looking like they're going for two again with Abundis is in the backfield. And there's some movement.
Have to do it from 5 yards deeper.
So move it back to the 7. 4:37 to go. Still a lot of time for the Mustangs, but the other thing to consider, it's going to be Mojave Accelerated football to start the second half. So if they're able to pitch another 3 and out, as had happened on the first series, they got a chance to really get some separation.
Yeah, that could be a two-score difference early in the third quarter if that's the case.
So this one again toward the goal line. Great coverage, but there's Coliana's step again, but a great delivery there from Cronbull.
Yeah, the coverage was good. He was right where he needed to be, but got turned around right at the last second. He kind of lost the receiver, and when he turned, the quarterback just zipped it right past it and completed that.
So the 2-point conversion successful, 20-12. Patriots go in front with 4:37 to go in the half. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
So it's been a steady diet of onside kicks here for Northland Pioneer College kickoffs, as the Patriots have it teed. There are 4 men along the 50 expecting it to come to the near side. High bounce, but retreating and grabbing it is another great job receiving the onside kick. That time it was Detmer Porter.
Yeah, good job fielding that. Didn't get impatient, and your tendency is to try to rush to get to that ball, and it would have gone right over his head if he'd run up on that. So probably plays for Coach Porter's baseball team in the spring, I'll bet.
4:34 to go. Lots of time here for MOGOLLON. I believe it has all of its timeouts. Reedhead out there as the quarterback, takes the snap, starts rolling to the right, pump fake, trying to let something develop downfield. Now he's going to reverse course, and now tuck it, go over the 40, the 50. He's got the first down, and he's got all sorts of spaces. He cuts back outside, but a great open field tackle there brings him down. That was Ball.
Really impressed with his presence on that play. He rolled to the right there, and I think he knew early on that nothing was going to develop, but he still wasn't under pressure, and he just kind of let the flow keep going to the right, the defensive left, before he cut it back just to clear out this side a little bit more. Great play there by Mr. Reedhead.
35 yards on that carry, 104 now on the day, as he's got 2 receivers going to the right. Takes the snap, stumbles, and starts serpentining up the middle. Falls forward for a gain of 4. I thought I might have seen lightning.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Darn it. Yeah, hopefully we don't get shut down by that. That high snap and then the misstep there, I think that looked like kind of a designed quarterback draw type look there, I think. Kind of threw the timing off on that.
3:35 to go in the second quarter. Is now you got Becerra and Pimentel in the backfield. Gives straightway to Becerra. Runs through one tackler. Now he has to start cutting back and forth before he accelerates toward the near sideline and is brought down at the 5. He has a Hudson's Furniture first down. Coletta step there with the stop, but it's 1st and goal for the Mustangs.
Pretty nifty moves there from a bigger running back, weaving his way down through the defense there. Nice run.
67 yards after that 16-yard carry for Becerra. And now the Mustangs are starting to slow it down just a little bit. There's 3 minutes to go. As there's a low snap, Reedhead wants to run this one to the right side, waits patiently for a hole to develop, and then charges for 5 yards out to get into the end zone. Another Comfort Fit Dentures touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying it up.
And that's a good example. A great run by Reedhead and finding the hole and getting across the goal line, but good job maintaining those blocks out there. Those guys are out there just sustaining those blocks and allowing him to pick his way through and get across the goal line.
Going for 2 as they fake a high snap, goes direct to Becerra, starts trying to run to the right side, falls at the goal line. He's in to tie it up at 20.
Powers his way into the end zone, good patience, and then just puts his shoulder down.
There we got a ball game.
Goal line. It's exciting. It's good stuff.
2:57 to go. Lots of time still in the first half for Mojave Accelerated. It's tied at 20. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Now we've seen both sides expertly bring down onside kicks, as this one's actually going to be pooched a little bit further, running up on that one and taking it on a full head of steam, and now finding a seam to run down the near side, get into Mogollon territory, still on his feet. I think that's Chacon. Well, he got the big bounce on the squib, nearly mishandled that one, but as soon as he was able to get both hands on it, he was off to the races.
Yeah, squibbed that one a little deeper, but then the lane coverage, unfortunately, something opened up there that allowed him through. But give credit, I think it's number 6 for the Mustangs, that he didn't make the tackle, but he managed to slow him down enough for the pursuit to catch up.
Andres Chacon is just a sophomore, and he had some nifty footwork there.
He did. Good quick feet.
As here comes the Patriots now, tied again at 20. And Abundis in the backfield behind Cronbull, gets the call, runs to the right side, falls forward, but gains 6. He now has 151 yards. Dar there with the stop.
Again, well blocked. This is a team that probably could just run plays like that over and over and over again and just chunk the ball down the field. But they both these teams offensively, they can do a lot.
Same formation again with Garcia in motion right to left. This time running that one with the option, pitch it back to Cronwell, but he's going to get stopped in the backfield. Still able to fight his way forward for a yard, but Pimentel there was blowing that play up.
Yeah, to defend the option well, you have to be very sound on your assignments. And you saw there were the ball carrier and the pitch man, and there were 2 defenders out there, one on each of them. It's hard to run option if people stay on their assignments.
3rd down and 4, huddling up the Patriots with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. A little bit surprised that Mogollon is not calling a timeout to try to preserve some of this first half, but even a little bit more surprised that the Patriots are being so nonchalant. As this one's thrown over the top, and it looked like Knight was the intended receiver, and it looked like somebody might have got away with a little subtle hold. Taking a look at the replay.
Maybe a little extra tug back there, but no. There was separation there, so no, that was. But as an offensive coordinator, you'd like to see that quarterback put a little more air under that ball, let him kind of run to it a little bit. But
now, a minute 19 seconds, they just went for the home run on 3rd and 4. What do you think they're dialing up now on 4th and 4?
8-man, who knows? Who knows?
Going to swing Abunda's out. Now throw this one over the top. It's a little bit too tall for the intended receiver, and Coliano a step.
Would have had the first down, too, if he could have completed that. But and then he had this swing route open coming to the right-hand side as well. Well-designed play there, but that's the problem with throwing the ball is three results, and 2 of them are bad.
That's right. Got turnover on downs. Ball's on the Mojave accelerated 35. Mogollon just scored in about a minute and a half. They got 76 seconds right now to the Mustangs. 114 yards for Jet Reedhead on the ground. 67 for Becerra. Empty backfield right now as Reedhead takes a shotgun snap, drops back. Pressured by Knight. Runs through that one. Now he's being pressured from behind and brought down by the shirt collar from Martinez.
Reedhead's pretty elusive back there, but unfortunately 2 guys. Usually 1 guy getting around that edge is going to flush him out of the pocket, but with 2 there, he just couldn't get away.
At 6'4", 235, edge rusher, bringing him down from the shirt collar. As they're 2nd and 15 now, Reedhead starts moving the pocket to the right side, pressured, now throws this one over the top. Crossing the field there was Pimentel. He was open, but that was going to be a pretty tough delivery thrown across the body.
It was. You're throwing back across the field, and as a quarterback, I never played the position, but I know you definitely want to put it out there where only your guy can catch it. Nobody else has a chance to.
Definitely did that.
He did.
3rd down, I beg your pardon, at 15. 39 seconds to go. Hurrying to the line now, the Mustangs got 2 receivers coming to the near side, 1 to the right. Reedhead looking in this direction. Now he's going to turn and throw this one over the top. And brought down by Pimentel. He's got 1 man to beat and can't do so. He's just brought down from behind at the 15. Castro there upset that he didn't knock that one down. It looked like it might have been deflected before it got to Pimentel.
They're out of timeouts, I'm guessing. I guess I didn't hear that, but
they got it. They got the clock stopped to move the chains. That was.
I imagine they're going to clock the ball here unless they have a play dialed up already.
Here's Reedhead running this one to the right side, stutter step, and then gets inside the 10. And now there's 12 seconds as Mogollon takes a timeout. So that pass, it looked like it was deflected on the replay. It looked like it was deflected. I think it goes for 45 yards.
Yeah, great concentration by Pimentel to stay on that and make that catch.
Here it is, if you're watching it on the YouTube or Facebook. As this one, nice delivery again, but you can see it right here. Gets a hand on that one, and then Pimentel able to haul it in.
Yeah, great concentration. Getting the back of that jersey tugged on a little bit too, but he still makes that catch, and huge play right there. Great job.
Alejandro Pimentel, 5'7", 140 senior. And we've been talking about how big these Patriots are. I don't think he's 5'7".
Yeah, Diet Dr. Pepper or Coke.
This one thrown to the near side. Well, he had 2 open receivers. It would have been Becerra if it wasn't Tenney taking it away. And here's the first lead for Mogollon.
Yeah, you like to see that. Becerra's right there, ready to catch that ball, but Tenney takes the reception instead. But great pass. Good execution down the stretch here by the Mustangs. I'm impressed by these young guys that are stepping up. They hadn't had a lot of playing time last year, but they're stepping up and showing that they're ready to go.
But not only did they not have a lot of playing time is this one now trying to go for two, running this to the far side, not going to be able to convert. Mogollon just returned 8 receptions. They had a couple of players who were able to get anything through the air, but lost 1,836 yards of productivity as far as receiving goes. Rushing, it's a similar number where they lost almost everybody who was productive, both the receiving core and the running backs, of which they had about 5 or 6 players that were getting a lot of that production.
Yeah.
So you can appreciate, like you were saying, that they had to really take a beat to get their footing. But now that they've found it, get their first lead.
Yeah, they're hung in there through the adversity. You know, Patriots got off to a fast start, but the Mustangs just hung in there, and you saw just quick adjustments. Guys are figuring it out.
Does a great job defending the onside kick. That time falling to that one was Ball.
I guess that's safe, right? Mostly, unless he gets a Sunday hop.
Now you can't advance that though, can you?
I think you could
Mixing my NFL rules with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if you recover it on the run, I think you can. I think it's the same rules, for a sweep kick down the field. So I could be wrong. We need Coach Brogan here. Coach,
if you're texting me,
text.
My phone's in my car. I've got it.
He's down there.
All right, 6 seconds. It looks like the Patriots want to run a play. Garcia coming in motion to the right side. They're going to drop back, try to throw this one in the end zone. But Garcia's behind the defense as this one's caught at a 20, slams on the brakes and can't stay on his feet. Their credit there with the stop. Tenney, it looked like he might have been getting up favoring his right ankle, but it looks like he's no worse for the wear. But there, a gutsy play to end the half.
And a great pass, great route, great catch.
Okay, it looked like the Patriots were holding up as if there was a flag, but there's not. That's how the half ends. We're going to take a quick break and then have some halftime show for you as it's 26-20. Mogollon with the lead. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on Night Talk 106.7 and NightTalk1067.com.
Listen to that. That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way. Hudson's Furniture makes a choice. They would rather lose a sale today than sell a piece that breaks tomorrow. With zero-interest credit-building payment programs, a credit score never stands in the way of owning the very best. Experience long-lasting, high-quality furniture that lasts for generations at Hudson's Furniture, across from Sholo Ford.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Listen to that.
26-20. Is this the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store halftime show for the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear? Go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor Store north of Pine Top on Highway 260 just before you get to the Honda Casino. 26-20, Mogollon trailed 12 and has since been able to go on a 26-8 run over the second quarter and half of the first. We didn't get to do this at the beginning, Coach Solomon, but Ace Hardware has a 24/7 locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week, call Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overgarden, Show Low. What's been the key thus far, and what's your key going into the second half?
Well, before I get to that, I'm glad we're here tonight. It's good that, you know, MOGOLLON is one of the gems of White Mountain football that definitely is undercover.
Yeah.
You know, they're a perennial power in the 1A. They're always competing for championships here, and you know, it's great. It's different. 8-man football is definitely different, but it's just very fun to watch. It's a good time, and so I'm glad we got the chance to come and cover this game tonight. We've kind of seen the key to the Mustang success tonight play out right before our eyes through those first couple of series. MOHAVE Accelerated had their way, was able to do pretty much anything they wanted to. But as soon as those linebackers on defense kind of started to figure out what the key on a little bit, and what they were seeing and what they were not supposed to see, you know, if they have their eyes in the backfield, they're going to get misdirected. But if they start reading linemen and line play, then they can be successful. And same on the offense, you know, just making their blocks and guys breaking tackles, and then so just the level of maturity that it took over the course of a couple of series, and we've seen that happen, and they've gotten to that point. So great job by the coaches making a few adjustments. Great job by the players just figuring out to do the things that they've been coached to do. So I'm excited to watch the second half and just kind of see how this one plays out. You know, it's kind of see that it's a wide open game. You know, you can score on one play, or you can chunk a drive 10 plays down the field and score either way. But it's exciting to see, and no lead is safe. You know, you can have 2 or 3 touchdown lead and only a few minutes left on the clock, and it can still turn into a close game.
26-20 at halftime. We'll continue the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store halftime show. The best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear. Go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor Store north of Pine Top on Highway 260, just before you get to the Honda Casino. More to come after this. It's Show Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way. Hudson's Furniture makes a choice. They would rather lose a sale today than sell a piece that breaks tomorrow. With zero-interest credit-building payment programs, a credit score never stands in the way of owning the very best. Experience long-lasting, high-quality furniture that lasts for generations at Hudson's Furniture, across from Sholo Ford.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside, or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've been recognized by national organizations for our high level of care and commitment to excellence. We've invested in equipment and technology to provide state-of-the-art healthcare to the communities that we serve. And we keep adding more providers and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Win $2,500 cash for back-to-school relief. Every insured windshield replacement in August enters your name in the hat to win $2,500 in our back-to-school relief giveaway. Use it for school expenses or to catch up on summer vacation costs. Plus, get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets.
536-597. Now in Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
If you're a business owner fighting for new customers in today's competitive marketplace, you may want to consider this. One of the most cost-effective branding tools is your employees. When your team wears your logo, they become walking billboards for your business, building awareness, credibility, and trust everywhere they go. Allegra Sholo doesn't just put your logo on apparel. They help create branded gear your employees are proud to wear and your customers remember. Better brand, better results. Call Allegra Sholo today.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Listen to that. That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way. Hudson's Furniture makes a choice. They would rather lose a sale today than sell a piece that breaks tomorrow. With zero interest credit building payment programs, a credit score never stands in the way of owning the very best. Experience long-lasting, high-quality furniture that lasts for generations at Hudson's Furniture, across from Sholo Ford.
Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store halftime show for the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear. Go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor Store north of Pine Top on Highway 260 just before you get to the Honda Casino, as it's been big numbers across the board. Abundis for Mojave Accelerated has run for 152 yards, including 2 39-yard touchdown runs. He's done an awful lot of the work for the Patriots, but Cronbull has thrown for 21 yards while going 2 for 5. That includes a 6-yard score to Caliano Estes, as that was their third touchdown for the Patriots. They could not get – oh, no, they did. They did. A really nifty throw from Cronbull. Got a 2-point conversion in, as everybody's been going for those on the regular. But twice, one on each side, have they been able to convert. On the other side, Jet Reedhead has thrown for 52 yards. He's completed his last 2 passes. He's also run for 114 yards, including a 25-yard score and a 6-yard score. Becerra's carried the ball 8 times for 67 yards. And Alejandro Pimento, he has that 45-yard catch that looked like it was deflected. He was able to haul that one in, and he's been providing a second or third look coming out of the backfield to make sure everybody is keeping themselves good and honest. This feels as if this is going to come down to the sort of conditioning, especially early in the season. As you've seen Muggy on one of the adjustments it made at the onset was to start going up tempo. A lot of that, though, was just because they were able to keep the offense on the field. The Mustangs went 3 and out and then allowed for 2 touchdowns after the only onside kick that was recovered was done so. But it has been an awful lot of offense otherwise from both sides. And it seems as if we're poised to do some more of that once we get ready to start the second half, which we will do after this, as this has been the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store halftime show. For the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear, go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor Store north of Pond Top on Highway 260, just before you get to the Honda Casino. Start the third quarter after this. It is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Listen to that. That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way. Hudson's Furniture makes a choice. They would rather lose a sale today than sell a piece that breaks tomorrow. With zero interest credit building payment programs, a credit score never stands in the way of owning the very best. Experience long-lasting, high-quality furniture that lasts for generations at Hudson's Furniture, across from Sholo Ford.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Listen to that. That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way. Hudson's Furniture makes a choice. They would rather lose a sale today than sell a piece that breaks tomorrow. With zero interest credit building payment programs, a credit score never stands in the way of owning the very best. Experience long-lasting, high-quality furniture that lasts for generations at Hudson's Furniture, across from Sholo Ford.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've been recognized by national organizations for our high level of care and commitment to excellence. We've invested in equipment and technology to provide state-of-the-art healthcare to the communities that we serve. And we keep adding more providers and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down.
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Win $2,500 cash for back-to-school relief. Every insured windshield replacement in August enters your name in the hat to win $2,500 in our back-to-school relief giveaway. Use it for school expenses or to catch up on summer vacation costs. Plus, get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
If you're
All right, as we get ready to start the third quarter, I mentioned this, and then I realized I forgot my phone. But I have it now, so I can go ahead and tell you that we are giving away 4 D-backs tickets for Saturday's game. That's tomorrow. 4 ASU tickets for their home opener, which is...
That's got to be
next,
2 or 3 weeks away, I would think.
Is it next week?
They're usually closer to Labor Day.
We'll look that up. And then how about this? Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving away a free date night, 2 dinners at Los Corrales, and 2 movie tickets.
Wow. Am I eligible?
Have you smashed the like button? That's what we're looking for. Give us a like.
Get my phone out here.
do that YouTube. Do that on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, and we'll figure out how to start distributing those things. But we're trying to get you to like the broadcast, like the channels. We got D-backs tickets, we got ASU tickets, and we got a hot date, as we are now ready for the third quarter. This one started with MOGOLLON going 3 and out after receiving the opening kick, and is now leading 26-20 as this one is kicked high and short. I don't think it went 10 yards, and you also...
I think it went to 10, but I think we got somebody offside.
There we go.
There. Yep, that's going to go 5 yards back. Yeah, that's
ASU
Labor
September
Day
5th.
Don't have NAU first.
Morgan State? You get in trouble in Texas if you say Morgan's not a state.
A de facto scrimmage if that counts as a game.
So they're going to re-kick this one now, and when everybody's doing this short, moving back to the 35.
Well, we did see the one deep squib kick that nearly went the other way for a touchdown from the Patriots. So I don't think Mogollon's feeling real comfortable with the deep kicking game. Well, here we go.
This one's a big candy hop and tailgate by Garcia. But let's talk about some glass-shattering hit of the game. Deemer's glass-shattering potential hit from Owen Crump.
Nice.
Need glass for your home or business. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the place to call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass, 1-888 Glassman. That was Garcia.
Big collision.
Vince Garcia there. Maybe rethinking career choices.
I don't know what the rest of Mr. Crumb's football career holds for him, but that one's going to be a highlight for the rest of his life. Nice hit, nice hit.
Garcia hopped up, to his credit, as he is right now off the line on the right side. Now goes in motion to the left. Now runs back behind. Abundis is going to get the call. And there, as you talked about, Solomon, he is going into a much more channeled linebacking core.
Yeah, I talk about the linebackers making better reads and knowing where they need to be and what they need to be looking for. But you got to give credit to the defensive front too. They're not getting pushed out of the way or creating running lanes, and that helps create that wall there that you just can't run through.
First possession here in the third quarter, 26-20, Mogollon with the lead. Same formation. Abundis is again in the pistol. Now as Garcia again runs behind of both. As this time he's going to be able to accelerate to the line, but a great job there at the second level. Collapsing on that one is Crum and Pimentel again.
Yeah, good reads. That's what I'm talking about. If those linebackers are watching, they'll see that guard or a blocker pull across the formation to do a kick-out block, and that following them just takes them right to the hole and right to the play.
Abundis is so strong, though.
Yeah, he's tough to bring down.
Look at that replay. He was met just around the line of scrimmage, winds up falling forward for 4 yards, so it makes it a manageable 3rd and 5. As again they go in motion with Garcia. Throw this one down the far sideline, but it's well overthrown and incomplete. Oh, and now coming up a little bit lame there is Coliano a step. He's favoring his right leg as now he's going down. It looks like it's a cramp. That's a huge relief because he's been huge on the defensive side for MOHAVE Accelerated, but this gives us a chance to give you a Summit Regional Medical Center injury report, which has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. Right now, walking off, though not with a lot of confidence. It looks like he's going heel to toe, trying to stretch out that calf, which is also wrapped up.
It is. It does have a wrap on it, and hopefully we see him back. He's been a huge part of the Patriots offense and good play tonight. 4th and 5s are going with the same route, but this time a different intended man as it was looking down that far sideline for Yasser Castro Lamelli. Yeah, exact same look, exact same play, and the exact same coverage from the corner over on that side. And so good job by the Mustangs there, holding on that drive.
Going for it relatively deep in their own territory, so it's going to set up an incredibly short field for the Mustangs. 10:25 to go in the third, 26-20 with the lead.
Patriots must not have any confidence in any kind of a kicking game or punt, because this is definitely a punting situation.
All right, first down and 10. Reedhead from the shotgun, empty backfield, moves the pocket to the right. Now wants to throw across where he's looking for Pimentel, but it's overthrown and incomplete. Now a flag comes out. Ball was there covering Pimentel as a holding flag was thrown.
And the Mustangs take over, and they're throwing the ball down the field too. Both of them must have decided they want to take some shots at halftime here.
So moving back to their own 47. We've seen a lot of the 5-yard variety of flags, only a couple of blocking infractions. I think this might only be the second.
Yeah, I think you're right. Haven't seemed to be that many called.
Got 2 running backs in front of Reedhead, who is deep in the shotgun. He's going to run this one to the near side. Now get a couple of blockers. He's using the 40, the 30, cuts back inside at the 20, and then brought down at the 15. 32-yard gain.
Yeah, nice run. We keep seeing Reedhead get out into that open field, and he's just so hard to open field tackle. Martinez had a good angle on him and had him right there, but Reedhead puts his foot in the ground and makes a little cut back in and gets another 5 or 6 yards.
32 yards, now 146 on the night. Pimentel's in motion. He gets the carry. Now he serpentines right to left, accelerates at the 10, down to the 5, and dives into the end zone for the score. 16 yards out, and it's a Comfort Fit Dentures touchdown.
Good read on that fly sweep. Your edge blockers, they're trying to get guys sealed in so you can go out around the end. But when they don't, then you have to cut back in as a running back. You have to find a gap and cut back in. And Pimentel did exactly what he needed to do to make that play successful.
This is the senior that we saw make the catch after this pass was deflected well downfield.
Yeah, he's been a big part of the game tonight. He's doing a good job. And like I said, one of those seniors that he's probably been a big part of this program for a few years, but was playing behind a lot of seniors last year.
Ought to be noted that I don't believe Cogliano Estep was out there at all for any of that sequence. Is there nice job bottling up Reedhead. This is the sort of play that we've seen him make an awful lot. He's got a nose for the football, but without him, got Jarman there who's able to rise up and make sure the 2-pointer's not had, but we'll see if he's able to come back out after suffering the cramp. 9:50 to go, third quarter, 32-20. Mustangs in front. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at Sholo Ford.
Coughlin, it's time to kick off your college education. Do so at Northland Pioneer College. This one is again fielded by the crafty Chacon. He's able to chip his way over the 35. It'll be pretty good field position here to start. I had corrected when we went to the break that Cogliano Estep was out there and made the play on the 2-point conversion. So he is out there battling through cramps. Well, both of these sides look like they don't go much deeper than 10 or 11. In this 8-man football game.
Yeah,
so
I think you start getting into a lot younger guys as you go very deep on either side. But, yeah, it's good to see number 7 back on the field, and hopefully those leg cramps won't take him down anymore.
Don't see him out there right now.
Yeah, he's split out here.
There we go.
Near us.
As this one is carried up the gut and had by Abundis. Pimentel on the tackle as he gains 5, and now got another cramping player. This time it is one of the Mustangs, and this one looks painful.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a cramp.
Yeah.
He kind of got pancaked by the offensive lineman.
Take a look at a replay here.
Kind of turned over and
see this.
Not quite have it in our screen, but I hope
it is
a
cold dar.
Cramp. He's been a key up front for offensively and defensively.
Like he's favoring it. Kind of they're going to stretch him out.
It is a cramp. Good.
Summit
That's
Healthcare Regional Medical Center is everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. This one does seem crampy.
I was worried it was an ankle, possibly, but the way he was not wanting to bear weight on it.
Well, we were just talking about Round Valley down in the valley. What are how their lower bodies doing?
Yeah, you probably see some cramping in that game.
Head off, Abundis is able to make a man miss in the backfield just to get to the line of scrimmage, as now the Mustangs are really swarming. Peterson there with the stop, 1-yard gain.
Yep, good job by the defense. Again, getting them to third down here. This Mustang defense, like I say, we've seen them really improve right before our eyes tonight. So I've had that experience of taking those teams down to the Valley and having those games, and it is tough. It's a good early season test. We did that at Valley Christian a few times and some of these other good programs, and it's a good test for your team. But when you factor in the heat, you're definitely given a good advantage to the opponent down there.
8:23 to go in the third. Third down and 4 as they're dropping back. Pump fake. Now he's going to run. Get this one over into midfield and now into Mogollon territory as Kronbull takes that one over the 40. Gains 17 yards and has a first down. So what do you think is the greater home field advantage? The elevation at any time of the season or the heat at the beginning of the season?
I think, in spite of the fact that I think those teams in the Valley, especially now with some of the heat practice protocols that they have in place, I think they get shut down a lot, or they have to practice mornings instead of evenings, and so sometimes they're not as used to it as you would think they would need to be or could be either. So. But I think this elevation and these long trips up here definitely are harder for the Valley teams.
Running on first down after that Hudson's Furniture first down where quality is affordable. That give was going toward Zanetti.
To carry that on a little bit, we saw that Seton team come up to the Dome last year, and obviously this is a new year, but that is coming up and playing in these different environments it's tough.
Which, if memory serves, the Dome was unbearably hot.
It was very
during
hot
that game.
That
So
that's true. We were up by the ceiling, but I'm sure it was warm down on the field too.
Zanetti runs over the left side of the line and is able to be finally brought down by Tenney inside the 20, though, and gains about 22.
Good solid run right up the middle. Good blocking in the middle by the Patriots offensive line, and Zanetti's able to just get north-south and make a good run.
Zanetti is a 5'7" senior, is now replaced by Abundis, who has not had the same productivity that he had, especially in the first quarter. His last 7 carries, and the longest has been 6 yards. As this time he gets this. No, they're going to keep this one. And now fake the pitch and brought down. No, ball thrown out of his hands and then into the back of the end zone.
A touchback.
Was that Tenney there doing the strip again?
I didn't catch the number. We'll see maybe here on the replay, but great play. Tackle that ball and strip it out.
Touchback after it was stripped into the end zone, and then it was Tenney. We'd seen him do this before.
Wow. And if we were watching an NFL or a college game right now, we'd be getting that down the goal line view. He was right at the goal line before that came out, I think. Or maybe he was back at the 5, but it was close down there.
All right, here comes one more look for our viewing audience. The conversation is, was this a denial at the goal line? You see over there at the 10, 5. Yeah, he was right at his 1 or 2 yard line.
He's out a little bit.
Yep. All right, Reedhead keeps this one. He's at the 30, the 40, and then steps out of bounds at the 44.
Nice. Same look. Both teams having some success with that quarterback option there, but Reedhead is sure a threat when he gets out on the edge.
9 carries, 170 yards now.
Yeah, impressive. Really impressed with him. What you would expect from started all year last year as a sophomore. I think it was all year. Definitely impressed me with his play as a sophomore in their semifinal game last year.
It's good for Hudson's Furniture first down out to the 44-yard line. As I was going to keep this one under the right side. Hesitation to get to the 50 before he's eventually brought down. 6 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the third, 32-20. MOGOLLON trailed by 12 after its the first 3 possessions of the ball game. And since then has been outscoring Mojave Accelerated 32-8.
See what we dial up here. 2nd and 5. That's kind of like a 2nd and a short and 11 man, maybe, huh? Take a shot down the field.
This is again got 2 running backs in front. Shotgun formation as it goes up to Becerra. Starts running right to left and approaches the yard marker. His second effort gets him to the 45 in Patriot territory. And has a Hudson's Furniture first down.
A little bit of direct snap right to Becerra, and that might be to give Reedhead a little breather, kind of a play off for him.
Got some scores we can give you. Alchese lost to Globe earlier, 14-6. They're still reporting it's the second quarter. Sholo leads Florence 21-0. Man comes in motion to the near side. He gets the call. That's Pimento as he turns it up and gets down to the 40.
That's another Pimento, Anthony Pimento. Yeah, number 9. Assuming they're either brothers or cousins or something, but nice run by him. And again, if you see the kick out block that ends up happening on that fly sweep, if that edge blocker can't seal the defender in, then he's just going to kick him out. And the runner's got to cut up inside that.
Second down now and 5. Reed had taken a little bit of time at the line here, and now Pimento goes in motion. It's a low snap, picks it up, hands it off to Becerra, but he's met by tacklers in the backfield. Ball was there. Zanetti as well. Round Valley is leading Seton, Catholic, and Chandler 9-6. That's reported in the third quarter.
Shout out to Coach Baca and the crew. I've had crews down there, teams right on that Seton field. We played in the heat like that.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
High snap gets over Reedhead's head. Now has to make a man miss and starts to try to make something happen at the 50. Might have been brought down by the face mask. There comes some flags.
Hopefully the ball stayed in, but they're going to get 15 yards tacked onto this one. Reedhead's feeling that one a little bit though too. That was definitely the 15-yard variety of face mask. Not that there's anything different in high school, but
Logan Lewis walking off the field for Mojave Accelerated, very frustrated as we're watching this replay. He was not responsible for the face mask.
Looked like he got face masked.
Might have been twice.
Face masked and horse collared a little bit there too. But credit to Reedhead. That's how tough he is to corral. They're guys. That was a broken play from the get-go that probably could have just thrown it away. But he's doing a good job. Hopefully he's okay there.
Got a timeout taken by Mogollon after the Hudson Furniture first down moved it to the Patriot 30-yard line. 3:40 to go here in the third. 32-20 is the Mustang lead. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Listen to that. That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way. Hudson's Furniture makes a choice. They would rather lose a sale today than sell a piece.
Reedhead there on the first down carry starts trying to run to the right side, brought down by Martinez as he's a little slow getting up. We talked about how on the face mask, he might have been horse collared as well. And that time brought down for a 7-yard loss and with rudeness.
Yeah, also starting to really struggle with the snaps here. He's been high, they've been low. I don't know if they're doing something up front with the center to try to affect that a little bit. But,
he was taking the signal from the sideline with his hands on his knees, which might just be fatigue. Yes, there's another difficult snap, and he has a hard time bringing it down, and there's tacklers waiting for Becerra. Knight.
Yeah, this series has kind of gotten a little bit choppy here with after the face mask that saved the face mask happened on a broken pass play where it was a bad snap, and then broken play, but yeah, things have gotten a little bit off kilter here. See if they can
Included
reset.
that sequence with Logan Lewis walking off the field. He's still on the sideline, but it looks like it might have fired up everybody as there's a Becerra trying to accelerate to the left and caught by the shoestrings by Ball.
You know, and give the Patriots credit too. Their defense is stepping up right here. This is a key time for them. They want to have any chance at this game tonight. They've got to make some stops and put some points on the board right now.
40-34, Blue Ridge beats Chinle.
Yeah, a little surprised at the number of points Chinle put up, but that's a good start for Coach Stebbins. This is his first year taking over that Blue Ridge program, and I'm sure they'll be a force to be reckoned with in no time.
Throw this one across the middle. Is looked like Drake Knight might have been held. But they do have what it's essentially a punt.
Yeah, short one.
Becerra there with about a 15-yard gain.
Coach might be telling him as he comes off the field to throw the deep ball on that one, but that's all right. They added a few more yards to reception total.
All right. Minute and 32 seconds left in the third. Remind you that we're coming up with an awful lot of Snowflake coverage beginning next week. Coconino at Snowflake. It's turned into a pretty good rivalry.
It has. You know, last year was the first year we actually played them, but we scrimmaged them for quite a few years, preseason scrimmage. Good job by the defense. This Mustang defense needs to answer right here.
It's Drew Peterson.
Yep. They're doing a great job there in the middle at linebacker. So.
Yeah, St. David 80 raised zero. I don't think somebody's having fun with this. 16-6, Round Valley's leading Seton. Hold on. Let's do this play, and then we'll get back to the Lobos as this is dropped back here. Cronbull looking to his left, drives this one over the top. Knight's got that one over the top of his defender, and he's going to be able to walk into the end zone after that one was nearly deflected by Anthony Pimentel. Instead, the much bigger Knight is able to take it and go 70 yards to make it 32-26.
Well, good coverage, right in the right place, except he wasn't able to get his head around, and then the size difference there, too. The ball was put up a little bit high, and tall receiver's able to go up and get it and break the tackle. And again, I think one big difference you have with 8-man is you don't have as many guys on the field. Somebody else might be in the vicinity that chases that down before it gets in the end zone, but turns into a long touchdown play here.
Observing how much bigger Knight is than most of these guys on the field, and there it really came into play.
Yeah, he's got the size to play at the next level, you know, the 1A football player. But I saw that in that championship game too.
And throw this one right at the goal line, and now they got it in.
Reached it out, got it in.
So 32-28 with 41 seconds to go in the third. Well, we better take the break. It is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Listen to that. That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way.
Coming to the near side where it's thrown and caught by Tenney as he's taking a couple of tacklers for a ride. Inside the 20 will be a gain of 8.
Like the move by Coach Robinson here. You know, they've run a lot of fly sweep. They've run a lot of option type looks, but now they're seeing that they're playing it pretty soft on the edges, and Reedhead's showing that he's very capable of just throwing this short ball, these easy little pitch and catch out to the edges here.
Pistol formation with Becerra behind. Drops back. Now pocket collapses. He moves up in it and runs over the 15 to the 14. That was actually a Hudson's Furniture first down on that previous play.
Yeah, and then a good second down play. They go back to the middle there and move the ball effectively. Good 6-yard gain.
Now going with a little bit of tempo. 1 minute into the fourth quarter. 2nd and 5 inside the 20. Reedhead starts directing traffic. Pimentel's going to get the call on the sweep. Looking for some blocking help as he turns it over at the 10 and then runs toward the 5. It's going to depend upon the spot, which looks favorable. And should be 1st and goal here for the Mustangs. It's a huge drive here because the way that their last one ended, gave up the big play, and then had all sorts of fired up activity from the Patriots.
Yeah,
and they were able to respond.
Got a little momentum, and you have to answer at a time like that. Especially this game ended up being closer than they want it to be.
Becerra takes the direct snap and winds up getting stopped right after he crosses the line of scrimmage. Jarman there.
Yeah, they go back to that Wildcat look a little bit, but the Patriots they're right on that. They've seen that. One thing we're missing right now is number 4, Pimentel's on the sideline trying to work through a leg cramp too. He's been a good part of this offense.
Back under center now, high snap, but that was a procedure flag that'll move back 5.
Yeah, those snaps are really causing some problems for the offense. That was what was hurting that drive a lot earlier, the last drive at the end of the third quarter, and we're kind of getting back to that right now. We need to dial those in.
4-point lead. MOGOLLON trying to convert and get the 2-pointer, which has not been an easy thing for either side to do, make it a 12-point game, as now Reedhead runs to the left. It had a hole that collapsed quickly. And there's Abundis there finishing him off. And he's a little slow getting up. So, he got tackled awkwardly. It looked like his left knee first made contact with the surface, and then he kind of got tackled with an awkward spread there.
Yeah, we saw him kind of react right away when he got tackled, so let's hope that's nothing serious.
He's
shake that off.
Not even flirting with the sideline, so here he is out there, 3rd and goal. This time moving the pocket to the right side, looking to try to throw this one. Pump fake, now looking for a block. Gets this inside the 5 again, but stopped Coliano a step there with the eventual force out of bounds. It also stops the clock at 8:50.
Yeah, nice job with the pump fake there to freeze the defender, and then just got the quickness just to get around, and Reedhead doesn't need much room to get around and get a few more yards.
Now it looks like timeout taken by Mojave Accelerated. Ball's just inside the 5, 32-28 it trails. 8:50 to go in the third. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk106.7.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
I think that is just the first timeout either side has used here in the second half. Patriots take the timeout. And we were just talking during the break that it may help Mogollon just as much as it helps Mojave Accelerated as they're spreading it out wide. Got Reedhead now calling a man in motion and pick the handoff. Go instead to Becerra, trying to run this one to the left. Try to cut it up, but there's 3 tacklers waiting for him. And now a flag comes out.
I think we might have gotten a hold of a face mask there. If they did, that's going to be an automatic first.
Taking a look at the replay, you had might have been in. I couldn't see anything there.
Couldn't quite see it either, but
because at 76 here was responding with frustration. Ooh, it might have been. Yeah, I think it might have been a face mask by Martinez. Yeah, there's face mask. They just called it.
Yeah,
as he's fighting
for those extra yards, I thought I saw him get jerked down toward the field from an odd angle, but I think 76, I think his frustration was a missed block before that. But
I wondered if maybe they got him for a hold.
Well, I mean, maybe he saw that flag and figured that was what was coming, but luckily it wasn't.
So it should reset, right?
I thought that would be a first down, but they haven't changed the sticks yet. Still fourth, I think he's telling him.
So,
yeah,
I know that our friend of the broadcast, Aaron Hewish, has explained this rule a variety of times. There's only a few plays that give you an automatic first down.
I thought a face mask as a personal foul, which it is. I thought that was one of them. But like I said,
So now it is fourth down there.
Coaches are some of the worst ones to ask the rules to. Just ask any official.
Wind the clock, 8:39 to go. Fourth down and goal once again. This time from the 2 or 3 as there's a busted play. Reedhead trying to find something to happen with it. Instead, he's going to get tossed back, and now all sorts of enthusiasm from he who has recently whistled for that face mask. Van Jarman was able to get the stop, and it's going to be an awfully long field, but an awful lot of time here for the Patriots. 8:25 to go, and they got to go about 95 yards.
Yeah, well, time for the Mustang defense to step up again and take care of business. But long fields in this 8-man game, they don't mean a whole lot.
Is this a snap problem, or was this a busted play problem? As we take a look at the replay one more time.
I think the back and the quarterback, looks like the back might have gone the wrong way or not what the quarterback expected. He did shove or not handle the snap cleanly. Sorry. But,
all right, man goes in motion, handed off. Is there the ball's put on the deck, and running after that with a variety of players, and Becerra's able to get it for Mogollon, but a flag, or was that not a flag? Was that a marker?
I think it's a marker for the fumble. Yeah, which is it orange? They're usually black, but great play.
Abundis there has had such a great first half, has been bottled up in the second, now stripped away. Now the question for me was that Tenney again? Because we've seen him strip it into the back of the end zone for a touchback. It almost taken away another possession in the second quarter. That one looked as if, again, it was a tackler that was going right after the football. We've seen Tenney do that a couple of times.
Yeah, great play, and good job by the rest of the defense being on the ball and spotting that fumble and scooping it up.
So they take over in roughly the same spot as they were. And again, another busted play as there Reedhead forced to try to make something happen. He's brought down by 3 Patriots, but there's 8 minutes to go. The last 2 running plays, as he's again a little bit slow getting up, have not seemed as if the quarterback and his running backs have been on the same page, but he's still on the deck.
Hate to see that. That's frustrating because those snaps are coming in a little high, and then just the miscommunication or something's not quite there. Everybody's not quite on the same page. And those are hits that you don't want that quarterback taking.
The Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. Now this one, I hope maybe he just needs an 8 count because he did get up, but he went right back down. And he had one of his linemen trying to help him back up, but he didn't look like he was too interested in it.
I feel like ever since that face mask back at the end of the third quarter, I feel like he's been a little bit more prone to feeling some of the pain from some of these hits and things. Working hard to play through it, but
looks like he's been given a clean bill of health.
That in the midsection, maybe he lost his air. But good to see him up.
So 2nd and 12 from the 15?
Yep. Ball's right about the 15-yard line.
Question here about how much time should be on there is 8:34, I think. 8:04. 8:04.
Putting Mr. Nelson, our scoreboard operator, on the spot here. Coach Nelson. That's a long ways to communicate from down on the field. But back, here we go.
Deep shotgun snap is going to be handed off directly to Pimentel as he goes over the left side of the line. Winds up giving up a 4. That is Alejandro Pimentel.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, no, that is not. That is
that's Anthony.
That's Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, Alejandro's on the sideline. I don't think we're going to see him back again. They've been kind of trying to stretch him out a little bit. Haven't quite been able to get him ready to go.
He's not really bending the legs as he's walking around. So again with a deep snap, this time taken by Reedhead. 3rd down and 7. He had a man wide open, but Becerra can't haul it in. It was a little overthrown, but I think you ask any quarterback in the room, and they'd say that's got to be had.
Yeah, great play call, and it was there, but hard to decide whether you make that adjustment, catch that ball. Good play call. Good play call. Coach Robinson, his first year here taking over. He was on staff last year here with the Mustangs, but I'm impressed for a first outing tonight. They've done a great job.
Going forward again on 4th down and 7. 7:19 to go. Leading 4. Roll the pocket to the right. Starts to run out of time and stepped out of bounds.
Not willingly. He was fighting to extend that play and keep that one going.
So
rightly so.
We've now seen both defenses come up huge on the last 3 series. You got it started with Mojave accelerated, getting the stop on the and goal situation. That included 2 4th downs that had to try to slow because of the face mask penalty. MOGOLLON promptly stripped the runner away and was able to fall on the turnover, and then cannot take advantage because some big plays from the Patriots defense once again. We were expecting plays to be made. I think it was on the other side of the ball, though.
Well, you get used to seeing big offense, but we're seeing some big defense here in this fourth quarter. These teams are fighting hard for it.
7:12 to play, 32-28. The Patriots trail. They're with both hands on the football this time, Abundis. Nope, that was Zanetti who tries to go over the right side. Gains a couple.
Good work. Good work. And, yeah, Peterson in the middle has just been solid all night long, doing a good job.
Both sides a little bit more deliberate here as well in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Zanetti back out there as he's has come out to run the first three plays in his series a couple of times already. Is there, fake the handoff to him, and now slipping through a couple of tacklers, and into the open field goes Cronville. He's on the wide open field. He's got a couple of people trying to trail him, but he's at the 30, the 20. Teddy's trying to catch him. Instead, he's going to get into the end zone and run it in from 80 yards out. And right back in front goes MOHAVE accelerated.
Missed tackle. I was kind of hoping to see a flag come out. I saw a block out there that I felt like was a little bit on the holding side of things, but didn't happen. And like we said, the big plays, you gotta prevent those from happening.
Time on the clock here, 6 minutes. The Patriots take the lead, 34-32.
Couldn't see it there. It looked like he ducked right underneath a would-be tackler there at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Yeah, and impressive. You know, MOHAVE Accelerated has shown some pretty good speed, especially being the bigger, size-wise of the two teams. They've run down some MOGOLLON players to save some touchdowns, and they've run away from them on their defense a little.
Pistol formation. Zanetti is again back there. Is there? Drop it off for him and a run into the end zone. That's actually, yes, that is Zanetti. So that'll make it 36-32. And 6 minutes and 17 seconds left. It is the Patriots now back in front, and it's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. Pay the lowest tuition in the state. Get a bachelor's degree in education or business, as we've seen an awful lot of squib/onside kick attempts, and this one's going to go deep and outkick everybody and have this one stop shy of the goal line, so it's got to be picked up, and now trying to run to the far side and get cut down there by a great open field tackle by Ball.
Big contact out there. Yeah, still Reed Head on the carry, and big hit by Chacon on a blocker downfield there. But they're gonna have a long field here, looking at long ways to go.
They've had opportunities inside the red zone, inside the 5 in the fourth quarter. Could not get it into the end zone, the Mustangs, and then the 80-yard touchdown run just flipped the script. 6:11 to go. There's a lot of time. 3 timeouts as well. Reedhead, though, has been banged up here in the second half as he comes out to work from the shotgun. Got Becerra behind him as he fakes the handoff, drops back, now throws this one over the top. Got a man with a little bit of separation and falling at the 50. It's caught by Pimento.
Great adjustment to the ball, and then he stumbled right at the end there, but was able to still come down with that. That is impressive. Great concentration. And a great ball by Reedhead.
33 yards on the catch as we Got a player down from Mojave accelerated, probably some more cramping. Look at the replay there. Great hauled in there from Anthony Pimentel. And yeah, he got more cramping. And that there in coverage was Coliano a step. And now he's not putting any weight on his left leg. To see how long Coliano a step can.
So Principal Porter here just informed me that Anthony and Alejandro are twin brothers, and man, they both shown up big tonight for the Mustangs.
That's the biggest play thus far.
Yeah, Alejandro's the one that made the catch to that slightly deflected ball earlier, the big play, and Anthony with that one.
Again, he got the deep set here from the shotgun. Reedhead takes this one, design run to the right side, puts his head down as he crosses the 45 before he gets decked, but this time he hops right back up, though not so much for the tackling Eddie Martinez.
Yep. A little well-designed play, kind of a student body right look. Get a lot of blockers out in front and give Reedhead a chance just to pick his way for a little bit of yardage there along the sideline.
5:32 as the clock runs. Second down and 4. After about a 6-yard gain, get two receivers off the line to the right side. Roll that way, pump fake. Now throw this one over the top. He's got a man. Now flag comes out because Reedhead was hit late. Knight there doesn't believe it. And Reedhead is again gingerly getting up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he got him from behind.
Yeah, unfortunately, Reedhead got that ball just a little short. He had the receiver out there, but they're going to get the first down anyway.
Ooh. Way late and from behind. So that'll be 15 yards. Drake Knight did not like the flag, but that was a bit late and very blindsided.
Yeah, you're following football at all these days. Yeah, but once that ball's gone, you pretty much don't have any option on making contact with that quarterback at any level anymore.
Moving to the 30. 5 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Hudson Furniture first down. Is there a high snap brought down? Pimentel starts running to the left, but he's going to be brought down from behind by Ball, and now a flag comes out. This one looking more like a hold.
I'm getting that's a hold coming from our umpire, Mr. Hewish there. Those fly sweep plays, that's, like I said, the blocking out on that edge is very hard, and that holding is a pretty common call for some of that.
Oh, yeah. I think that was Becerra, yeah. So move it back to the 39. Clock runs at 5:10. 4-point game. Mojave accelerated, trying to start the year with a W. An empty backfield for Reedhead as he takes the snap. Short drop, starts rolling to the right, gets to the edge. Might have had a face mask there as he starts rumbling and stumbling. Jumps over a tackler at the 25. Gains all the yards, lost in a couple of more after the holding flag. As that's actually a 15-yard gain. Make it a 17-yard gain. Yeah. Set up second down and 3.
Job by Mr. Reedhead again, and almost would have turned into a horse collar if this right here, if he would have gotten able to bring him down, but and then he avoids the contact on the sideline. He doesn't need any more big hits tonight.
202 yards by my count on 15 carries for Reedhead. As he's now looking at second down and 4, pressured by Knight, starts running away from him. A flag comes out. There's probably a hold again. Boy, these big and fast Patriots are really starting to make their presences felt.
Well, you see who you would expect to probably be our leading tackler on the Mustang defense, Drew Peterson there, holding his hands up after the play and straightening his jersey out. So he probably just kind of got mugged on that. That's probably where the holding call came from.
It's easy to get frustrated with the flags at this late state, but we're talking about how big and fast these Patriots are, and you kind of get the sense that they're finding an extra gear here in the fourth quarter, and the Mustangs are kind of having to react.
Yep. Yeah, I think that between the two, it's been a good kind of heavyweight bout, but right now you feel like the momentum's in the Patriots' corner a little bit.
Timeout, Mogollon with 4:46 to go, 36-32 at trails. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk106.7.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Listen to that. That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way. Hudson's Furniture makes a choice. They would rather lose a sale today than sell a piece that breaks tomorrow. With zero interest credit building payment programs, a credit score never stands in the way of owning the very best. Experience long-lasting, high-quality furniture that lasts for generations at Hudson's Furniture, across from Sholo Ford.
Second down and 15 after a holding flag. High snap for Reedhead. Starts the run, that drops it off for Becerra, but he is met in the open field, and a great stop there by Rylan Cronbull, the quarterback.
Good reaction time by him to close that gap. They complete that and pick up some yardage, but if that tackle's not made, then that turns into a first down most likely.
It's right at third down and 10. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here, trailing 4. The Mustangs have had it in the red zone and had it inside the 5 on its previous 2 possessions. No points. Is here dropping back and looking over the middle and a little bit behind Becerra, the intended man.
Yeah, contact is right at the arrival of the ball, or maybe a little early, but no call there. But ball's thrown a little bit high too, unfortunately. I think they were just trying to get 5 or 6 yards there and make this fourth down a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, I think that was bang, bang, but the pass just a little bit high and behind. So now an empty backfield for Reedhead, as he needs 10 yards to extend this drive. Takes a snap, pressured, runs away from it, comes to the near sideline, now fakes the throw, and he's very close, but I don't think he's got it. Nope, it'll be Mojave accelerated ball with 4:01, and the Mustangs, I think, have 2 timeouts.
Wow. You need to see that one again.
I
we
thought
have going out of bounds.
I thought the line judge was moving in the other direction.
I thought the first mark was about 3 yards short. That's what I saw.
So 10-yard gain. That's now 212 yards for Reedhead on the ground. Mustangs only have 1 timeout. So, now drops the snap, picks it off the deck, now starts running to his left. He's got 1 man to beat as he steps away from that one, diving for the pylon, but stopped short.
We got an official down. We got all kinds of collisions happening out there.
Back at the pylon, I think that is Lamelli. He is kicking his right leg. But first of all, how about Reedhead taking this one off the floor, moves away from one tackler, and then I think that Lamelli is a non-contact injury. I mean, maybe it was a leg. Oh, no, it looks like the coach is pointing to his abdomen. So maybe his wind just got knocked out of him, but he is in an awful lot of discomfort.
Yeah, I think he's just reached for a shoulder right there, right at the end of that shot.
Summit Regional Medical Center injury report.
He's on part of that big collision right at the goal line that prevented the touchdown. I believe they didn't quite get in, but
I think that if all the possibilities, the shoulder is probably the most favorable, because it didn't look like, if it was a lower body thing, it didn't look like he got hit.
He's holding the arm across the abdomen, but I think that's just to try and take the weight off that shoulder a little bit. It was a big hit, big collision, and I'm glad to see our official over on that side. I believe he's up and all right too.
So lots to unpack with that Summit Regional Medical Center injury report. It has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. As both sides right now are wearing this one with some difficulty. Alejandro Pimentel has not played much in the second half, though he has his helmet back on. He had on the other side, Kason Caliano a step, who's missed time with some cramping issues. He did not walk off onto his own power the last time he had to be removed, but I think he is back out there. He's off to the right side of the line here, as this is the third time as Becerra's going to get the call. He runs to the right side. He's in the end zone. A Comfort Fit Dentures touchdown, but there's an awful lot of time left. 3:42 to go, and Becerra's late getting up.
Yeah, it's this is a hard-fought a game going here. A lot of hard hitting, a lot of guys paying the price, trying to get this win.
I don't know if this one's a cramp. He got twisted awkwardly on that left knee.
Yeah,
you take one more time here.
That. You're right. You're right.
He's up. And they're really taking a look at that left leg. You hope it's oh boy, he's not putting a lot of weight on it. Another Summit Regional Medical Center injury situation as he's limping off, favoring the left leg.
I don't know who the trainer is for Mogollon, but he's getting he's earning his keep tonight. He's staying busy over here. Both sidelines.
So now you got to go for two, leading two. And don't have one of your workhorse ball carriers. Going to move Tenney back there as this Derek snap's going to go to Pimentel, is able to go left or right and score this one to make it a 4-point game with 3:42 to go. But there's an awful lot of time. Don't go nowhere. As this is going to be kicked off, and the fireworks are potentially going to be coming here. As this is Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you.
And taking on a big hop and now running to the near sideline is Garcia, but brought down at the 40, though. Short field.
Good job by the kicker, the safety there.
No, it was Garcia that had that one.
Yeah. Marcus Suarez on Mogollon on the tackle, and good job by him. That, like I said, open field tackling is even more important here in 8-man football than the 11-man game.
3:33, 4-point game. I think this is the 5th lead change.
There we see
Becerra's back out.
Becerra rejoining the game. That's good to see.
It still looks like he's favoring that left leg a bit. As here, after his 80-yard run to get his team back in front, Kronville is going to hand it off to Zanetti, who gets stopped by Peterson right after he crosses the line of scrimmage. I have not seen Abundis since he fumbled that football.
Yeah, Peterson just has gotten locked in since early. After those first two touchdowns after that, he's just owning that middle, doing a great job most of the time of being right where he needs to be.
Clock runs toward 3 minutes to play, 40-36. Mogollon with the advantage. Huddling up and being very deliberate here are the Patriots. A split wide to the right side is Caliano a step. Now comes back to the line of scrimmage, and a timeout's got to be taken by MOHAVE Accelerated. So they should have one more.
Must have not quite been on the same page, everybody, so they use a timeout here to try to make sure they do what they want to do.
So, reminder that the Lobos, we're going to start our extensive coverage of Lobo football next week. Coconino, you said that you think that they have 6 or 7 of the preseason top 10 on the schedule.
Looking at their schedule, if you look at the 4A top 10, then the Lobos have quite a few of them peppered through their schedule. Obviously, in their region, they have Arcadia, who's a team that they definitely are. They won't see them till the end of the season, but that's a team that they're definitely wanting to beat up and show the little different side of Lobo football this year.
Well, before that, you got games against big, fast teams like Eastmark, Combs,
sure,
and then of course Bloomington State. Micah, what was the big thing that you think they needed to improve upon?
I think their running game was solid. I think their passing game still needs to be help them out. So we'll come back to that.
Dropping back and throwing this one over the top. Caught by Knight at the 30 and has enough for a Hudson Furniture first down. That was in traffic. And a nice adjustment there by Knight to come back and get that one as Reedhead was there with the stop, but a gain. That's a 20, I beg your pardon, a 20-yard gain.
Yeah, and credit, we've seen number 10, Knight, go several times up high and just he's able to catch balls that some of those defenders don't even have a chance to get to.
2:24 to go, 40-36. But in the red zone go the Patriots, and now deliberately getting to the line of scrimmage. Each side has one timeout. Pistol formation. Abundis is back out there. He gets the call, runs to the right side, but he is gang tackled by a swarm of Mustangs. Very little, if any, gain. And again, deliberately going to go to the sideline and back to the line of scrimmage.
Good. We need to stop, but I think you're seeing some strategy there too, that they're wanting to burn this clock down too. Try to put up a score and not give the Mustangs a chance to answer here.
It's got to be 6. Not that we've seen a semblance of a kicking game.
Yeah, I don't think field goals are in the cards for either one of these teams at the moment, but you never know.
Got 30 seconds that have come off the clock. Now under a minute and a half. They're starting to count it down as they get the snap away in time. Drop this one off, screen to Knight, but there's again a bunch of tacklers, so he's able to accelerate over the 15. Pimentel is now having to get stretched out as he is cramping. As they'll stop the clock for the injury. 1:11 to go. Pimentel there got him by the shoestring and then immediately cramped up. Reedhead was also in the neighborhood, but it's now 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, and now you will see if they try to pick on the replacement for Pimentel on this next play. We'll have a sub coming in for at least one play for him as they work out that cramp issue.
Becerra is right now without a helmet. And on the sideline, of course, Alejandro Pimentel is not been available in the second half. And you play an 8-man football, that's 25% of your starters.
Yeah, that's a big hit.
So now having to go without the other twin Pimentel. Trying to take a look at the Mogollon sideline to see if there's any other numbers that been able to log a lot of minutes.
Not many that we've seen, and that's what I'm referring to. I think that you probably see the MOHAVE Accelerated coaches take a shot to the side of the field where number 3 is the replacement that's come in. Still Reedhead,
yes,
who he's been out on some special teams and stuff, but haven't seen him on the field a lot.
Well, he's a freshman listed at 5'6", 125, and Pimentel just cramped up while trying to track down and tackle the 6'3", 220-pound Drake Knight. Going to toss this one to Abundis. He's going to throw this one. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. It's caught to Caliano. A step, Comfort Fit Denture touchdown with 1 minute and 1 second to go. And back in front go the Patriots, 42-40.
Yeah. Big play here, this 2-point conversion. If there is any chance for a kicking game for Mogollon, then they can hold him here. That's important.
Abundis had not been on the field until this sequence since that fumble. And both times it was an inside run that went nowhere. And they pitch it to him, and everybody was looking at the ball carrier.
Sure, coming up hard.
The jump shot.
Jump shot. Yeah. You can't even call that a Tebow pass.
No.
That's
he needs to do the Steph Curry, put him to sleep pose.
Steph Curry pass. Yeah, there you go.
All right. So it will be a 4-point game, but as you were mentioning, Coach, that it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, most likely we haven't seen any attempts at a kicking game, and with the time left on the clock, the Mustangs are down to looking to make a big play or two here.
Where do you kick this? They kicked it deep, and it caught Mogollon flat-footed on that last one. It seems that the Mustangs,
but then there's always the threat of the return with the fewer guys on the field, and I think that's why we see so much more of the squibs and the short kicks. Because you kick it all the way down the field, and you may not be able to cover, give up the big play that way.
Reedhead and Marcos Suarez are right now inside their 20 as this one is squibbed toward Reedhead, takes a bounce right at the midsection. He's able to get that one off the deck. Now it's going to be brought down at the 25, so only a 5-yard return.
So call that a clothesline, right? Good hard tackle.
That, especially when you consider the moment, could be a Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game. If you need quality glass at affordable prices, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. Oof. And call 1-888 Glassman. As that there was Kronball on the hit.
Well, we've seen two really solid teams just respond to the adversity and just keep fighting and fighting and fighting here. We get treated to a great ball game no matter how this one turns out here in the next minute.
56 seconds to go. And 75 yards needed. Got two running backs split in front of the deep set there. Dropping back, try to set up a screen, and dropped there as it was intended for one of three receivers there.
Yeah,
three
out there, nobody around. They had it set up, and unfortunately they didn't complete the pass.
Looked like Cole Dar put a hand on it. So it stops the clock, though, 51 seconds. And 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap from Reedhead. Drops over this one to the near side. It's caught at the 40 and run out of bounds. As that was Pimentel.
Anthony. Interesting strategy. You see the Patriots have kind of called off the pass rush too. I think they've seen how Mr. Reedhead creates big plays out of being flushed out of the pocket, so they're going to let him sit back there and make him beat him with their arms.
45 seconds left. That only took 6 seconds to pick up 19 yards. Again with an empty backfield for Jed Reedhead as he takes a short drop and throws this one over the top and nearly dropped this one in over the shoulder. Pimentel, again, the intended man, again only took 6 seconds off the clock.
From our angle, there's an awful lot of traffic out there where that ball came down. Somebody probably not quite on the right route there.
Second down and 10.
well thrown ball, but Pimentel wasn't able to pick it up and see it in time to make the catch.
This time, man is in the backfield with Reedhead. Is that Becerra? Knight forces this one thrown toward Becerra. He's at the 50 and then forced out of bounds about a yard shy.
Doing a good job here. You remember back in the third quarter, we saw them do, or maybe early fourth, just a lot of intermediate passing to the sideline, and that's going to come into play right here for them.
Timeout was taken by whom? It'll be the last timeout taken by Mojave Accelerated. So they're going to continue with 33 seconds. You got to continue to try to get to the sideline, correct?
Yeah, I think there's a one timeout for Mogollon left, and you want to try to preserve that. But it does give you the option of running something they might not quite be expecting, So a quick hitter up the middle or something. How often do you see those go when they shouldn't?
Of course, the clock will stop to move the chains.
Yeah, first downs, you have the chance to get up and clock the ball, which with football, I believe you can clock it out of the shotgun formation. I don't think we've seen much. I don't think we've seen anything under center tonight, have we? Not that I can remember. But again, I just go back. Great ball game between these two teams. Just slugging it out all night long here.
Becerra's in the backfield with Reedhead. Got receivers on either side, two to the left. And now a man coming in motion, going to hand it off to Pimentel, who's going to throw it back to Reedhead, jumps and catches that one inside the 40. So that took 7 seconds. The clock is stopped to move the chains.
First down, they got to hustle once that ball's set. Well, they're going to use that timeout. So
that is the last timeout for Mogollon. So they got 37 yards separating them from the end zone.
Yeah, good play. Like I mentioned, I try to get my feet on the ground a little more with 8-man. I went back and watched their semifinal loss to Hayden, the eventual 1A champion last year, and that play was one that they ran, that exact play, that quarterback throwback. A few years ago, we were calling that the Philly special or something like that. Was it Foles, a U of A guy that caught that touchdown pass back in the day. But I can't remember if it was a conversion or an actual touchdown, but the Mustangs scored on that. And that was set up well. If the ball had been a little better thrown, I think we'd have seen Mr. Reedhead in the end zone on that.
So after the last timeout taken by the Mustangs, Becerra's back out as well as Anthony Pimentel. Reedhead will go with Becerra in the slot as he starts moving the pocket to the right side. Throw this one down the seam where he's got Pimentel, but a little bit overthrown.
A little too strong on that one. He did have him break open right there at the end.
Looked like they went for the shot. Do they have enough time to continue to chip their way up the sideline?
They're getting a little shorter. They're at 2nd and 10, but you're probably going to need to take another shot or two here.
20 seconds left. This time we'll go with the deep shotgun set. Reedhead about 7 yards back, drops back, and throw this one to the far side where it was deflected at the very last moment by Caliano Estep, who's had all of the cramping problems, but makes a play with Tenney there. If he doesn't get a hand on that one, Tenney's going to be able to moonwalk into the end zone.
Yeah, that was a good recovery and good play. Got a hand on that ball and knocked it away.
15 seconds left.
Good protection by these boys up front. They're giving Reedhead time to throw the ball, and that's important here.
Empty backfield for Reedhead. Takes a snap, starts rolling right, runs out of time, starts looking left, starting to run out of time, nearly sacked. There's 7 seconds left as he throws this one, and nearly caught, but so that one was intended for Crum. No, it was own Crum.
1 second left on the clock.
So it's 4th down, and they got to get into the end zone here. With 4 seconds left, that one took.
Yeah, I was
time.
actually surprised to see that there was any time left. I thought that was going to be it by the time he scrambled out of that. But
this is taking an awful lot of time to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I guess you figure 5 yards might be easier to get back than to rush this one.
All right, here's the final play. Trailing 4, got to get into the end zone. Reedhead again starts moving to the right. Throws this one, looking into the end zone. He's got 2 men back there. It's going to be hauled in by Tenney. No, it's incomplete.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it looked like he had both hands on it. He comes up and snaps his helmet off. Taking a look at the replay. Back of the end zone delivery here from Reedhead. And, he just dropped it. The Mustangs heartbroken.
Yeah, tough loss to take on your home opener.
We will have our final thoughts after this. It is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk106.7.com.
For the outdoors, we welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Listen to that. That is the sound of substance. It is heavy, it is sturdy, and it is built to stay that way. Hudson's Furniture makes a choice. They would rather lose a sale today than sell a piece that breaks tomorrow. With 0 interest credit building payment programs, a credit score never stands in the way of owning the very best. Experience long-lasting, high-quality furniture that lasts for generations at Hudson's Furniture, across from Sholo Ford.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Final score 44-40 as the fourth quarter had a little bit of everything. It had the 80-yard touchdown run that put Mojave Accelerated back in front, though MOGOLLON was able to get the lead back. But then the return that set it up to get that one eventually run in, I beg your pardon, the halfback option to pass is what eventually gets him in. But I think that the plays of the game are going to be made on the defensive side for Mojave Accelerated when the Mustangs have it inside the 5 and inside the 20 on consecutive possessions after they got the turnover. Couldn't get any points out of it. Do you read that differently, or what stuck out to you?
I agree. I think I made the comment that if MOGOLLON could start stringing together stops when they had that 2-score lead, that was going to be the difference in the game, and they weren't quite able to do that. And then Mojave Accelerator was able to turn that around and get the stops that they needed to and make the plays that they needed to. Some good adjustments by the coaches on both sides of the ball tonight. But overall, just finally a little bit more experience coming back from Mojave Accelerated. A little bit of a slow start for the Mustangs. If they could have taken one of those first two scores off the board, that would have been a difference maker too. So, but what a great ball game we're treated to. Grateful to the powers that be out here that allowed us to come out and broadcast this game as we kick off the season this year. This was fun.
So Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game. If you need glass for your home or business, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. 1-888-GLASSMAN. We had a couple of options, but I really like the one on the last kickoff from Mojave Accelerated, because that was when the Mustangs really needed a big return, and you had denying that one Rylan Cronbull, who the quarterback was able to get out there and make the big stop. It wasn't necessarily the most jarring hit, but it came at the moment when they really needed it.
Right when they needed to make a big play and make a statement, just retaking the lead. And, the Mustangs are looking for a big return there to set something up to try and to win the game. And your quarterback making big tackles and big hits like that, that's definitely fairly unique to the 8-man game here. It's fun to watch.
All right, so Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint Player of the Game. Get your windshield replaced by the experts. There's a couple of shout-outs we need to give here, especially Jet Reedhead. Threw for 166 yards, ran for 212. As he did just about everything he could to try to deliver. On the other side of that one, you had Tenney, Roger Tenney, who was making some big plays defensively, couldn't make the big play offensively at the end that would have put him over the top. But I'm curious, as we look over at the winning side with Mojave Accelerated, which player stuck out the most to you?
I think on both sides of the ball, and again, I like what you mentioned with the Mustangs, but you got to also throw in there several others. Becerra just balling out tonight. Both the Pimentel twins, Drew Peterson on the defensive side especially, but then with Mojave Accelerated, number 7 sticks out in my mind. Caliano Step just, battling through the leg cramps and just a presence on both sides of the ball, making things happen. So we had a really strong start from Abundes running the ball, but then Caliano Step's the one who stepped in and kind of maintained the momentum on both sides of the ball, I think, having him there.
I was thinking the same thing, and he especially doing that one with one leg that refused. Well, I think by the time that we were in the fourth quarter, both of his legs were cramping up.
Yeah, you play leg cramps are nothing to joke about.
Yeah.
And, playing through that and getting back on the field, that's pretty hard.
So set it up now for the Lobos. We'll be there for Coconino next week. What are you looking for?
So the season opened at Coconino last year. You remember the Lobos kind of snuck out with the victory that they kind of saved from the jaws of defeat. To coin that or steal that phrase, but I'm sure Coconino comes in, new coach there. Don't know. I know they bring back some good players, but definitely with a mindset of getting that win that they didn't, that they felt like they had earned last year. And so, but they do have to travel to Snowflake. Snowflake's a tough place to play. And, the Lobos bring back, of course, LeDuc at quarterback, Brenner Green in the backfield on the offensive side. Defense has a little bit more to put together, graduated a little bit more than the offensive side did. But some really strong returners on the line with Isaac Woodside and Jose. His last name just slipped my mind, but some big old boys holding down the middle inside there, and Mason Rabin playing both sides of the ball just as a presence. And if you go back and watch any of the Snowflake games from last year, most of the big plays and big running plays, especially Mason Rabin's down the field blocking people like nobody's business. And then on the defensive side, so excited for them to open their season. I watched their scrimmage. They scrimmaged Combs, which is kind of unusual to scrimmage a region opponent for your, but they had them up last night and scrimmaged, and saw a lot of good things from both of those ball clubs, but especially that running game from the Lobos. They were right on point and going with their running game. Looked very good last night.
We'll have it. Many other Snowflake games coming up. Just keep an eye out. We're trying we love covering the Lobos. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. If you don't, then I'll be watching them. I won't be here.
Try to be cool. 4440 is our last call here at Mogollon High School. Mojave Accelerated is able to come up and start the season with the W. We thank you so much for starting your weekend with us, as we'll be back at Snowflake with Coconino joining the Lobos next week. Until then, be happy and safe.
This has been High School Football, presented by Sholo Ford. High School Football is also brought to you in part by Ace Hardware and Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo, the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store, Northland Pioneer College, Deemer's Glass, Summit Regional Medical Center, Comfort Fit Dentures, Hudson's Furniture, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Allegra Sholo.